जो butcher है, आप उसको veganism का ज्ञान नहीं पेल सकते. You know, because that's art is bigger than the artist and the artist is bigger than the stage. And I feel like creative process is quite accidental by nature or any work.
Inspiration never really hits you.
A reel is also an art form. My emotions should be in my control, not the other way around. I wonder how I run a brand.
Everything happens for the right reason.
Wall of like growth and learning beyond what you think is also shutting down, right?
Now, more than ever, everything is very democratic.
Yeah, I think they're proud. I think it's the first time we are experiencing an India story as well. The higher the position that you get in life, based on your privilege or based on your efforts, the greater the responsibility. You know, morality also comes into, depends on your environment.
100%.
It is not universal.
Yeah. If you're saying you're sustainable brand, don't make your products in a sweatshop.
When you have to say कि मैं sustainable हूँ, मतलब कुछ गड़बड़ है. जब आप कहना पड़े मैं सच बोल रहा हूँ, मतलब कुछ गड़बड़ है.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that is sustainable is authenticity. Fashion, art, cinema, literature, anything which is sophisticated from a cultural point of view always shuts doors on masses, and I'm not okay with that.
Gatekeeping.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yo, Sigalo and Knife Wonder, maybe. We got your girl undulating to the rhythm of the drum. Wet t-shirt looking like a vacation. Take it off like Monday, baby, and there will be no underrating. So please.
What are you saying?
I was saying that you can't heat chai up that much because the almond milk is like very lukewarm.
So nobody actually really drinks anymore. In my you don't drink.
I don't.
You never.
No, I picked up red wine between 2020 and 2020, January 24.
That's
Okay.
right. That's pretty recent
That's it.
though.
4 years,
That's all.
yes.
Never
And
in
then one day I was like, ये भी
college.
क्यों करना है?
हाँ.
No, never.
Never in school, never in college. Like
कुछ भी नहीं.
Nothing else.
you never had like a
You guys are judging me.
no, yeah, not at
ये
all.
किसको ले आए podcast?
No,
पे?
yeah, not at all.
मैं भी नहीं पीता. सानिया भी
नहीं.
phase आता है. Yeah.
You barely
Yeah.
do, or you completely like.
I completely stopped drinking for 170 odd days and half a year. उससे पहले मैं बहुत पीता था. बहुत as in like
good,
weekends play and like gigs and like doing all of that. So I was drinking a lot. Then after that I quit, broke my sobriety. Then I was drinking for 10-15 odd days and then I was like ये तो नहीं कर सकता मैं anymore. So I quit again.
Very cool, yeah.
Yeah. So
But
basically,
the hardest part is that
yeah, that too.
to quit from like a regular session.
Correct.
Mine is just like I've grown up like that. Like
Yeah.
it's a part of my personality.
But why did it never like?
Because I was rebelling.
Okay, कि सब पी रहा तो मैं नहीं पीऊँगा.
हाँ.
Yeah, same.
But your parents like not drinking
No.
stuff as well.
I'm, like my family would not. So I think
Huh.
the initial came from there.
Huh.
As the principles of the family, and when you actually pick up when you're young, right? When you're a teenager,
Yeah.
you go to college, and
Yeah.
but everyone's doing it. Everyone's forcing me to do.
Yeah.
So if you force me to do, then I
Yeah,
don't do it.
no fair.
So I wish they would not have forced me. I would have picked up.
Dude, I don't know. Like, if I drink, I'm just sick for the next 2 days, and I can't afford that beyond a point. Like, I just can't wake up like unwell.
Yeah.
Like, just because I went out at night.
He doesn't drink. He can't relate, but I can relate definitely.
You can relate like too well.
I can relate too well because it's not even about one day. It's about like 5 days of full recovery that you need after like a good drinking session,
Yeah.
which I can afford at times.
No, fair enough.
Which,
But also, like, in your thing, it's like you literally like have gigs constantly. And how many gigs can you go for without like
But now I can
A
right?
drink,
Like those
yeah.
172 whatever days that I
Yeah.
stopped drinking, like I was
Yeah.
going for gigs without drinking. The only
Yeah.
thing is, I started realizing कि अब मेरे को लोगों से फालतू बात नहीं करनी ज़्यादा. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to socialize just for the sake of socializing. Like I can play, I can do my highs and hellos, and I can come back home.
bro, 1 o'clock, if when I wasn't drinking, I'd just be like, no. Like, I remember one time this person was like, hey, like, how are you doing? And I was like, I'm well, like, how are you? And they just like, oh, yeah, I'm good. And they like, tell me more. And I did tell them more. I was like, you know, like, life is blah, blah, blah. And they
Yeah.
were just awestruck.
Yeah.
They're like, just say it's chill and move on, bro. Like,
Oh.
I'm too drunk for this conversation. And I was like, yeah, I gotta leave. This
But-
is really posh.
But, yeah, 100%. Did you know Pranav is a poet?
Yeah, I did actually.
Nice. So
I did.
how did the poems bit come about in your life? So we'll come to fashion, we'll talk about fashion, but like your writing, have you been writing since forever?
So the funny bit is the first time I picked up writing was in standard 8th in school.
Okay.
And the episode goes as I was in class and this, one of my friends, comes to class with the poem on cricket. So he gets everyone's attention all of a sudden. You know, so I'm sitting in one corner. I was like, the poem's not even that good because my father was a poet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
So that night I went home and, you know, like tried to write a poem. And I wrote something, and obviously as a child, you think you just want to jumble beautiful looking sounding words. And so I did that. And the next morning I came and I got attention.
Yeah.
So that, I think that kind of inspired me to give several attempts. And then I started regularly writing for all these, you know, Independence Day, Children's Day, Teachers Day, and all of those kind of things. And then started going to all these elocution competitions and things like that. But in the true sense, I mean, poetry, you invest an entire life to actually, I don't know how much of my work is poetic now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, much later I was like, I started reading and picking on things.
And now it's, so you've been writing since grade 8 till now. अभी मतलब बीच में कभी नहीं छोड़ा, लिखते गए. You've collected your works over time.
I mean, writing is also like, you know, it's like work.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to treat it like work. So till a certain initial few years, I used to romanticize about it that, you know, like you really need to feel poetic, or something has to happen as a trigger moment for you to come up with poetry.
Exactly.
And I don't think, you know, that is true currently, because I've had heroes who've broken it down for me. You know, like I was reading this book where Rilke's and Rodin's conversations happening, and Rilke goes to Rodin to talk about how do I practice writing on a regular basis, especially poetry.
Yeah.
Because it's something so, you know, some spark has to happen. That's how society's kind of narrated things around poetry. And Rodin was like, and being the greatest sculptor, he's like, it's like a work of art. So every day you show up.
100%.
The idea you get one day. So one day I got an idea that, okay, I'm going to make this sculpture of this guy or whatever it is. But then every day, like a sculptor, you go and hit that hammer. And then when I started practicing that, like the day when I'm not inspired, I have to write every day. So my practice is, if I'm not getting an idea, I sit down with a pen and paper, and if this is the wall in front of me, then I try to look at this wall from different POVs to create a beautiful picture of this wall.
Yeah.
You know, and that might not be poetry, and that's okay.
Right.
But the habit of writing is very important, because that's also a skill. To be, how do you tell a story?
Correct.
You know, and then you write, you know, 100 things, and maybe one line could be poetic.
Yeah,
That's how
I
it is.
completely agree, and I write as well, right? Like I've been writing, I publish blogs here and there, but I write every day. So I know, okay, matlab, it's not, inspiration never really hits you. It's not like, okay, oh, today I'm inspired, I will write. It's about, oh, today, this is my time to write. So, kuch bhi aa raha hai, maybe I pick up and like open my journal and write, or it's an article that I write. But like my goal, say 10 years down the line, is I want to publish a book. So that's what I'm actually preparing for. Like some of it I put out online on like blogs, but like I understand your practice of writing.
Yeah, and लोगों ने also ज़्यादा romanticize भी किया है कि, you know, कुछ होना ज़रूरी है for poetry to come out.
Correct.
And look at acting for that matter. कि family में किसी का मरना ज़रूरी नहीं है आपको कैमरे के सामने रोने के लिए. It's like you draw and, you know, some part of some activity that might have happened with your life. You draw that emotion from that time. And then you add your skill set. It's a skill.
Yeah.
My emotions should be in my control, not the other way around.
Yeah. But it was also you trying to be cool in class. Us time Instagram में कुछ नहीं होता था. So you were like, I will show poetry, bitch.
Yeah. It's like, you don't deserve attention. Like it's coming my way from tomorrow. Like, like watch me.
Us time Facebook नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था. Nothing. So you were just like, to be cool, like you actually have to do something legit.
Yeah.
इधर photo लगा दी, हो गया काम.
Yeah. Yeah.
100 डाल दिया, comment पे हो गया.
So that's why I feel like more artistic, creative people were born before our time. Now it's like, now it's different, right? Now your average 15, 16-year-olds are making reels and like buying cool sneakers and like doing that. Us time था कि you make a fucking poem.
Yeah, like you have to be like whatever you do has to be like solid, right? You
And it's
can't
not,
just
you can't fake that shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's not ChatGPT ke main, I will just come up with something.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, even for that matter, I mean, I look for inspiration everywhere. Even
Yeah.
the younger people who are much younger than me, reel is also an art form. Like, reel is just a terminology. It's a video making skill.
Yeah.
And I think the tough part is to have entertain someone or engage someone in like a 30-second, 1 minute window, and to be able to tell that story in the smartest way possible. And if you're great, if you're able to make them remember that and talk about it, or counter it, cancel it, whatever that, like, draw a reaction out of what you've made.
Yeah.
That's art,
Absolutely. I'm not discounting the fact that reel making is not art. I'm just saying कि पहले थोड़ा life would have been like easier कि पूरा time you don't have to be fucking on it कि get me validated somehow, somewhere. And like now it's counted, right? कि ठीक है, now you have say 10,000 views on a reel, so you know your reel is good. That time like it wouldn't have been like कि now I've made a poem. How you can't count people's reaction कि मतलब मेरे को पूरी दुनिया से validation नहीं चाहिए. मैंने एक लड़की को देखा वो खुश है, I'm good, like my life is good.
I mean, I think lack of opportunity थी. अगर उस time पे भी ये सारे windows खुले होते तो I don't think society would be different, any different.
100%.
It's just that probably when we were growing up, it's just that it was a different time. तो वो मौका ही नहीं मिला. तो जब मौका ही नहीं मिला, it's like कि जैसे मेरा एक philosophy है कि हर इंसान अगर given a certain set of circumstances, similar upbringing, similar everything, similar environment, in a given situation they would quite behave in a similar manner.
We're at the end of the day all humans. It would have been, it's the same thing. अगर आज हमारे पास internet नहीं होता, we would have been like you were in school.
Yeah.
And
तो वो उस टाइम पे मिला ही नहीं, तो हमें पता नहीं है कि वो रिएक्शंस क्या होगा. तो अब हम रोमांटिसाइज कर सकते हैं कि यार हमारे टाइम पे तो कैसेट में हमने पेंसिल डाल के हमने घुमाया है. बट अगर हमारे पास वो शफल करने का ऑप्शन होता तो मैं शफल कर देता. You know what I mean? So मैं कैंसिल क्यों करूं? मतलब ये तो अच्छी बात है कि टेक्नोलॉजी आ गई है और चीजों को और जल्दी हम बेच सकते हैं, मार्केट कर सकते हैं खुद को. पहले मार्केट ही नहीं कर पाते थे. And I'm on the business side of creativity as well, so I really value this.
Correct.
I really value having a stage to be able to voice your opinion. पहले नहीं था. तो 2 ही लोग कमरे में थे, तो 2 ही लोगों तक बात जा रही थी, तो उतना टाइम इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ता था, पब्लिशर्स के पीछे भागना पड़ता था, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स ढूंढने पड़ते थे तो 4 लोग मेरी बात सुन लें.
तो ये आप कर चुके हो?
No, I'm just saying, the usual way of operations would be that you would have to find middlemen.
Have you published a book yet?
No, not yet.
Do you want to?
मेरा काम ही ऐसा नहीं है पब्लिश करने लायक.
अच्छा, ऐसे तो बात नहीं है.
Why do you think
Publish
so
तो कुछ
though?
भी कर सकते हैं ऐसे.
नहीं. I mean, सबका अपना टाइम है. I think my time I've just now prioritized probably at this point.
Exactly.
And things keep me occupied, which are actually putting the bread on the table.
I'm super excited to have Whip sponsoring today's episode because they're the ones behind the scenes helping creators like me bring ideas to life. Whip sits at the intersection of technology and art, empowering storytellers to transform their visions into reality. In this AI-driven age, they're the champions of authentic, human-led content. Whether it's series like this, performance art shows, or even concerts, Whip gives us the platform to share, create, and shine.
I think everything operates out of hunger. अगर मेरे पास hunger उतनी होती कि अब मेरे मेज पर रोटी नहीं है, तो मैं इस स्किल सेट को बेचने के लिए उतनी ज्यादा एग्रेशन से घुसता. But अभी by God's grace that's sorted, so I'm taking my own sweet time कि I will do it. There's no urgency, and the beauty is also कि urgency नहीं है, चलो ठीक है, मजे करते हैं इसके साथ. So अब जिस चीज में अर्जेंसी नहीं है बेचने की, I can be extremely honest because I don't want to please you.
Correct.
Don't like it.
Exactly.
मेरी कहानी है, अब नहीं भी पब्लिश होगा तो I'm okay with it.
But
my life is sustaining.
You have an expression of art form where you have to please people, which is making clothes.
Not please people, respect people for their opinion as well. It's a brand.
Correct.
So if I'm not addressing your problems, as an entrepreneur, what am I solving then? मैं self validation के लिए थोड़ी ना brand चला रहा हूँ.
ठीक बात है.
Like I need to solve my people's problems. Correct. So even if it's a fashion problem, even if it's another shirt that they want for a certain occasion at a certain environment with a certain story, I need to address it, and for addressing it, I need to hear you properly. So that's that. That is different from pleasing. मतलब
So
धंधा करने के
going
लिए
back
तो-
to starting from right to begin in like you were born and raised in Lucknow.
I was.
Yeah, and then you moved. Were you always interested in fashion since school?
No,
you
I
went
did
in
not
there?
even know. No,
Okay.
not at all. My friend, whose father was a judge, and I still remember I was so confused. Where do I go? What do I do? And I was fairly good at studies, mathematics especially. I used to enjoy. My favorite thing to do in school was, especially in 11th and 12th, was to come home and put on old Hindi songs and solve calculus. Now when I say it, it sounds funny, but I used to really enjoy it. Also because I used to get calculus is not everybody's cup of tea.
Correct.
अब तो खुद कुछ नहीं याद है, but I think when we were trying to figure out what to do with life, there was an option. Engineering was an option, and that was kind of sold to us also at that time
Yeah.
as an idea कि that is the route that you should take.
Yeah.
But then this guy told me, and I wanted to become an actor when I was young.
Okay.
So I went to NSD
Okay.
to apply, and then I realized that you need to be a graduate
I didn't know
to
that.
apply, and there are 20 seats, and all those. With that piece of information, I went back, and I was like, "Abhi graduation karna hai to go the theater route."
Yeah.
So graduation करने के लिए graduation करना. So my friend told me about NIFT, and so उसने बताया कि ये सब होता है, तो मैंने ये 2 and 2 जोड़ा. मैंने कहा ये कैमरा इसमें भी है, कैमरा इसमें भी है, इंजीनियरिंग में नहीं है. तो इसको परस्यू करते हैं.
And your family was fine. at that
I
time?
mean, my father has been the biggest support system with whatever I want to do. My mother had her doubts,
Yeah.
and rightly so.
Yeah.
But I think my entrepreneurship journey also started there. I had to sell this idea to my mother.
Yeah.
Especially on the same day when there was, I think, counseling for NIFT.
Yeah.
I got selected in the UPTU, which is another state level engineering, and a pretty good academic institution, like an agency. And then I had to sell this idea that I need to go the same day to this place to be able to do that. And yeah.
Yeah. No, interesting. And then that happened.
Yeah.
And then
Then I went to Bangalore.
you went to Bangalore.
Then I went to Bangalore, and the choice was between Delhi and Bangalore.
Yeah.
And I'm from Lucknow, Delhi being closest. But I picked up Bangalore because till that point I hadn't traveled much outside of Lucknow. So my idea was जितना दूर लखनऊ से चले जाऊँ, जितना दूर घर से चले जाऊँ. To that effect, very recently, one of my closest friends, Aparna, you've met Aparna. She shot with us. She has silver hair and this wonderful woman. You would have seen it at
possibly.
Humans campaigns and things like that. So we were sitting and having a conversation, and I was confused. I was making a plan for Iceland and this and that.
Yeah.
So we were discussing like मैं कहाँ जाऊँ. So she said something very interesting to this effect. Sorry, I'm like jumping things, but it's related to what I'm talking about. And she said कि प्रणव, जब तक आप जितना young हैं,
Yeah.
तो जितनी दूर जा सकें उस पीरियड में आप चले जाएं. And I was like, let it sit in you also for a while.
Yeah.
कि even with all its dimensions, not just in terms of travel, कि आप दूर जितना जा सकते हैं लाइफ में, करियर में, लव में, एक इम्तहान जहाँ तक क्रॉस कर सकते हैं जब आप यंग हैं. जैसे जैसे आप एज करेंगे आपकी लिमिटेशंस बढ़ती जाती हैं.
Correct.
So I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I followed that principle without knowing it.
Yeah. And then you went to Bangalore.
Yes.
And then what you doing in Bangalore? You were in NIFT in Bangalore.
Yeah.
But that's insane though, because Delhi is like the head campus, by the way. So like if you got Delhi and then you're like, no, I want to go like further away. No, Delhi, like NIF started with Delhi.
Okay.
And then they had different campuses. And then if you get Delhi, you're supposed to stay in Delhi.
Oh, उस time ये नहीं होता ना. I feel like back in. Not too back
You
in.
think
It's
so?
not too back.
Like,
also.
wasn't
It's
there pressure to, like,
12
stay in
years ago,
Delhi?
you were in no, not 12 years ago.
I mean,
like
Bangalore को कभी
faculty?
देखा ही नहीं था. So I think I just romanticize the idea of living in Bangalore.
Exactly.
Different language.
Yeah.
So the कितने सारे challenges थे. My travel is also like that. Like I
Yeah.
try to go to places or terrains or smaller villages जहाँ पे मेरे लिए सब कुछ नया हो. As an
Exactly.
experience. कि हर एक चीज नया है. तो
I don't
फिर
think life for everyone is like कि मेरे को best college जाना है. For me it was like मेरे को Bombay जाना है. So I went to Bombay for college.
Oh, you did. Where did you go?
I went to HR College of Commerce and Economics. This is where I know you don't know about it. Not a lot of people know about it, but like Ranveer Singh, Karan Johar, Sunil Shetty, Ranveer
Really?
Kapoor, all of these guys are from the same.
Did you know that like before you went?
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
I
You
got
just-
thrown out. I went to Bangalore and I got thrown out of college. I went to Christ. And in 1 month, I used to back then used to have long hair, and the father of the college didn't like it. I was coming from modern school in Delhi, so I had like, fuck this, कि मेरे को कौन बताएगा मेरे को क्या करना है. And he kept telling me कि अपने बाल करो. एक दिन, one fine day, he calls my parents and they like, ले जाओ. And luckily, this was
ले जाओ.
इसको
हमारा हो गया,
तो
इसको ले जाओ.
In 1 month, our first month in college, I was in Christ. They were like, this kid is out, and during this time, I used to keep calling my dad. I was like, I want to fucking go to Bombay. I want to pursue music. I want to go to music school. My dad was like, no, you go to one college. मुश्किल से बाइक पे बैठो काम करो. And उन्होंने निकाल दिया. And then my parents were fucking furious. They came to Bangalore. And
I
they
can
were like,
imagine, yeah.
and then they were like, hey, like, how could you manage this in 30 days of college? They did chuck you out. And it wasn't like my father tried to please the father there.
Yeah.
And he was like, no chance, take him out. Luckily, my dad runs an ethnic wear store. So this principal of this college had come down to shop from the store and was like, if your kid ever needs admission in college, you call me. My dad
Wow.
remembered that. Called her next day. I got
Stop.
fucking admission in
Stop.
Bombay. So from Bangalore we booked a flight to Bombay, and that's how I got my admission in college.
wow.
And so I didn't have to repeat a year because they started earlier in June and their thing was starting late July. So I didn't have to skip college. Like they chucked me out and right that I could join college. So lucked out
That's
like
some
that.
timing.
Yeah, but Bangalore was a fantastic city. I loved it. That 1 month that I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like you piss the people off in Christ University.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did.
And then like,
Yeah.
but wasn't Bombay more your thing? I feel like, do you feel
100%.
like,
in hindsight, like, I feel like everything happens for
yeah.
the right reason. Like, if I didn't go to Bombay, I wouldn't have been in as much of a creative field, known and did things that I have done in life. And like,
You need to go to
Lots of
Bombay
that.
with Kunal. He's like a more like,
I met him in
Chilled out,
I
like-
met him in Bombay.
yes.
I feel like Bombay, you and Delhi are so
I
different.
was standing outside some party that was
I think we were at
happening.
AYCS or something or kuch to chal.
Kuch
Oh,
tha.
this was Homegrown Festival.
Haan.
And Pranav didn't know me back then.
Yeah.
And he was standing outside a club. And वहाँ पे नहीं पता होगा ना कि मतलब
Yeah,
कौन है,
yeah.
like, and I was playing that party.
Yeah.
And Pranav was standing outside, so I saw him and I was like, why are you stopping him? Like, let this guy in. And they let him in, and then Pranav and I spoke, and like I knew of him, like he
Yeah.
knew of me. And then I told him that Sahil and I are starting a venture, and I had seen you with Sahil, and like
Yeah.
knew you were roommates with him, flatmates with him.
Yeah.
And that's how I
Sahil,
knew.
Sahil came
cool.
for the rescue for my identity.
Yeah.
For the lack of identity.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, no.
Identified by the right person. Right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah, but Bombay was very chill, so I'm just like, I go to Bombay for a bit, like,
Yeah. Bombay, everyone.
Longer.
All creative people love it.
yeah. It's very nice. I haven't been to Bangalore either, so I don't know, like,
Never?
no, honestly.
How's your experience in Bangalore?
Mixed experiences. You know? I'm like, where do I begin and where do I end? Initially, it was tough to be in Bangalore. Obviously, when you're studying, it's a different, it's a different point of view. I remember going to the lockup also one night. That was another episode. So yeah, it was challenging in terms of, we talk about different cultures coming here and then facing a little certain, I would say, not fitting in very well from a local's point of view. And I think that I first time encountered that myself in a new terrain. But that taught me also so much, to understand people from a different environment, put them first. a humbling experience to be out of your comfort zone and to be able to navigate your way, not get into trouble.
Yeah. What course did you do in
Fashion design.
fashion design?
Yeah.
And did you start Human right after college? Or
No, so that's when I had met my co-founder.
okay. You're a co-founder at Human.
Yeah, she's silent, so you don't hear or see her around. It's been like almost 4 years now. But she's very active in the first 8 years.
Yeah.
Till about the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I met her there. We were in the same batch.
Yeah.
And she was from Mangalore, living in Bangalore. So we both luckily accidentally got jobs in Delhi.
Okay.
She got a job. Now he's my very close friend, Nitin Karthikeya. So he has the label called Karthikeya.
Okay.
At that time, he had a label called Dozakh with another co-founder of his. So she got a job with them, and I got a job with Abhishek Gupta and Anita Basu. Wonderful designers. I got to learn so much about finishing garment construction, almost like second school.
Yeah.
Those are the only two people that I still call sir and ma'am, and they are quite young.
Yeah.
So now when they meet me in parties, they're like, and my teacher, Kavita Saluja, so I call her Kavita ma'am, because we were so used to.
Yeah.
And so recently we were hanging out, and on several occasions, both of them are like, Pranav, stop calling us sir and ma'am, because I'm calling people who are probably more of age than them, by their name and their friends, and we're all, now it's an industry I'm a part of, so we made so many friends. She's like, why are you calling us sir and ma'am? And I still to the date I feel so grateful when I tell them, like, you were the only people who actually gave me a job.
Yeah.
And not just a job, like I literally learned everything.
Yeah.
About the trade from you. So for me, you are like my teacher.
Correct.
It's not about age or it's about or position. It's just like the way I look at you is with respect. So, I can't. Even if I try, I can't.
You're poetic like that.
Yeah.
You think about it. Like I can't. Like my Kavita ma'am, she always whenever we have a conversation, like stop calling me ma'am.
Yeah.
But I can't. Even if I try, that doesn't happen. Like.
Yeah.
You taught me everything.
So you work with those folks for
So for 1 year. So 1 year. Sorry, I keep jumping topics.
It's a podcast. You have to be like that. You need to go from one story to
Also,
another.
like-
You're doing it right.
Like so distracted. I wonder how I run a brand. Yeah. But so I worked there for 1 year, and then one fine day I called up Shaima and I was like,
So right after 1 year.
within 1 year. I did like a couple of fashion weeks with them. And I walked for Men's Fashion Week also on the ramp.
Oh, wow.
That's another story. In between all of this, so many things happened.
Was this the time like when Ban Hussain would do the fashion weeks? Was
Yes,
it
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Early days. I think so. I
Yeah.
think so.
There was like a proper men's week back
Yeah.
in the day.
What year was this?
2010.
2000.
Okay.
2009 is when I graduated, so must be 2010.
Right.
2012 when we started the brand. Late 2011 is when we registered the company.
Yeah.
So I just called her up. I was like, let's start our brand.
Yeah.
And she's a planner. So
Yeah.
she was like, how?
Yeah.
What? I need
Yeah.
to put some strategy and this and that. And so I was like, we have got the biggest resource right now, which people burn out, and that's age.
Yeah.
So let's take the time into our advantage and jump. So we had no idea what we were doing. We just started the brand. So it took us, and I think that's the beauty that I think the blessing was that we did not know what we were doing, to be very honest. And I feel like creative process is quite accidental by nature or any work. The biggest challenge or the biggest, effort that people fail to put is to show up. So
Right.
even if you don't know anything, I think just showing up just keeps opening doors and keeps bringing opportunities at your doorstep.
Yeah. No, that's what we discussed. And then you spoke to her. You were like, okay, let's show up. Let's start the brand. That happened.
Yeah.
तो फिर कहाँ से सीखा कहाँ से कि शुरू से ही मतलब you were making t-shirts and
No, not at all. I think
You started under the brand name Human.
yes.
Okay.
On the first day
Got
the
it.
nomenclature was done on the first day.
Okay.
Where I suggested the name Human because I wanted to do something around society.
Yeah.
And I wanted it to be really simple, memorable,
Yeah.
one word.
Yeah.
And she's the one who put like meaning to it. So she said hue as in color. So wordplay, human. So the brand will always be about principles of diversity, of how different we are from each other. And I think that first day really defined what the brand is going to be. So it was never about clothes. It was literally about that principle, and we're still committed to the same principles.
Yeah.
And whatever we've done, around society, politics, personally also, that DNA has always kind of given us the direction to move forward.
Yeah.
This was so interesting. I don't know if this was. I know this was your brand for sure. Do you remember those gorilla boxers?
Yeah.
No.
Like they had, I remember, and I was like a really like, in fashion you don't get paid the first couple of years, right? So I was like really like down on money, and then I remember I was just like, what? And I saw these gorilla boxers,
Where?
like their brand.
The gorilla there's like a handmade gorilla technique that, we've...
They'd
okay.
embossed, for the first time I've seen like embossed like boxer with like a gorilla like thing like popping out.
I have. Yeah. That's
Yeah, so it's,
It was-
it's like an embossed lookalike surface, but it's actually like we've used quilting as a technique to make it look like it's embossed.
Yeah.
And why it's memorable probably is because that gorilla is right at the crotch.
Yeah.
So it's a conversation starter. It's like one of those pieces which is kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Right there.
No, very interestingly, like it wasn't just that. I remember because what we do is like a little bit of trend forecasting when we're working with brands as well to like strategize. It has to be anything between 2 to 3 seasons ahead for any relevant brand right now. You couldn't be mood boarded because everything like it wasn't something found on Pinterest. It wasn't a direct or even like a copy of a copy. It was literally made from scratch. So you couldn't actually like identify where you got like your sources from. And that's when I started following you because I was like, where are they thinking? Like, where is the thought process even coming from? Because I couldn't season it.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand like where it's like trickling down from.
Right.
I didn't understand like what's happening.
His clothing is a form of. It's an art form.
Yes.
Right? It's expression.
Yeah.
And it's brash. Like it's like
Yeah.
right there, out there. And then he has a very calm and poetic side. Like when you
Yeah.
talk to him, it doesn't seem like ये कुर्ता इन्होंने बनाया होगा, but ये t-shirt इन्होंने नहीं बनाई है.
But it comes in your silhouettes, right? Like
Yeah.
the synchronicities, like your print and
Yeah.
your idea can be loud, but like the silhouettes that you guys pack it in is always very like structured.
I think one thing that might have, added to our advantage is that early on, I think I heard somewhere or something that it's very, easily get influenced, and some parts of whatever you would have really liked to just show up in your work is a part of anything that you do. You might not even be wanting to,
Yeah.
take those inspiration, but it will just show up. So I heard it somewhere, I think in someone's interview, that in creative field, usually try to take inspiration from different fields.
Right.
So, like read up, look up things. If you're in fashion, then we made it a habit to not look into what people are doing in fashion on that season. We made it a habit to reference food, photography, travel, things like that. So I think that is where, when you see from our campaigns to work, you'd find nuances of different other fields of cinema, in the work.
Right, biking, like with your recent campaign.
Yeah, so it just adds a little dimension to it.
Yeah.
And also again outsiders. So when you're an outsider, then you don't know how to do it. So you just figure out some new ways to do it, I think.
Yeah. And what was so coming back to story of actually how the brand came about, you were in Delhi, 20 times you started it, And then like what was the process like? कि मतलब now Human is such a big brand, and of course like it took 15 years of hard work.
12.
12. 20?
2012 is when the brand started.
Huh.
2011 is when we registered the company. So we were taking up projects to sort of kind of just get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
2012 is when we started the brand and we did a fashion week.
Were people like fashion conscious? Because 2012 ke around the wave was like everything inspired by the West. Like people were still exploring their Nikes and like doing all of that. Like mass media India.
No, I think it was a completely different time. So if a youngster was getting into fashion at that
Yeah.
point, the only way to actually sustain your business would be to get into occasion wear. From a market point of view, that was the only gateway, and I think
Correct.
that is where we found early, I would say, supporters in the media and things like that. We were trying to do something that we believe in, or we found ourselves to be skilled at. Is like storytelling, more contemporary way of dressing. There was no market for that.
Yeah.
So the only way you could have created a market was to go out of the country.
Right.
Even to add to the brand credibility, the colonial hangover, and even till date there is some nuances of that.
100%.
But at that time even it was stronger. So अगर वेस्टर्न मीडिया ने जब तक आपके बारे में कुछ नहीं लिखा है तो आप क्वेश्चनेबल है आपका काम. So I think that just I think pushed us to.
Questionable bhi nahi hai. I feel like it's more like you need that अपनी भी चीज पहनने के लिए. If today bought a lot of these Indian homegrown brands are going abroad with like artisanal wear, like they're sourcing stuff from say Jaipurs and like the Rajasthans of India and like taking it there, udhar validate ho raha hai. Now here we're sitting and being like, hey, no, that's cool. Like it's still coming from our fucking country. तुम वहाँ पर जाकर कुर्ता पहन रहे हो और हमारे को तब realize हो रहा हो this stuff's cool.
Yeah.
So like that colonial hangover is as real as it gets.
Yeah, I think वो और सारा I think दारोमदार किसी भी चीज को पॉपुलराइज करने का ब्रांड पे आता है. So I think somewhere as a culture we've always given importance to product.
Right.
We've always given importance to even lifestyle. बट किसी चीज को ब्रांड बनाने में हम कहीं ना कहीं नाकामयाब रहे हैं पहले. अब नई जनरेशन को वो बहुत अच्छी तरह से आ गया है. यू सी दैट इन कंटेंट स्पेस. I mean the most beautiful thing that I've seen, especially in the content space and in several other industries with the new generation, they're very proud of the language, they're very proud of the dialect, local dialect. You go to regional languages, regional music, folk music, even using curse words. It's okay for you to use curse words in Hindi.
100%.
And I can only talk about Hindi because that's my first language. But I'm sure in regional languages also people, young creators are practicing that, and it's okay. क्योंकि आप रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में तो आप F word का इस्तेमाल कर ही रहे हो. तो फिर मोरालिटी कहाँ पे आ जाती है? भाषा से मोरालिटी चेंज नहीं होनी चाहिए क्योंकि आप कह तो वही रहे हो.
आप पॉडकास्ट पे फक बोल सकते हो बाय द वे. लाइक इट्स कंप्लीटली ओके. आपको हिंदी में भी गाली देनी है, आप हिंदी में गाली दो, कोई स्ट्रेस नहीं है.
You won't beep it out.
No, you don't beep shit out.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people are more accepting of their own culture now that we know how to brand.
Yeah, I think they're proud. I think this is the first time we are experiencing an India story as well.
Yeah.
And I think the drivers of this, I would give credit to the new generation,
Correct.
which is the Gen Z. They are really proud, and I think they are the leaders in the true sense. क्योंकि millennials जहाँ से हम आए हैं, and sorry for them, but ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों ने कंप्लेन ही किया है कि हमारे कंट्री में फंस गए या जो भी हो गया. तो इनिशिएटिव लेने वाले बड़े कम लोग थे. अब नई जनरेशन दूसरी चीज़ों के बारे में कंप्लेन करती है, बट इस मामले में आई थिंक दे आर लीडर्स. दे आर रियली लाइक ड्राइविंग इट and very in a very inspiring way where people who were born like 70s and 80s are actually now late adopters to that same cycle.
Trend, okay, got it. People our age have been able to localize fashion, Gen Z.
I think we just have more audacity.
Right.
We don't have we just literally are just like, we like it, so we're doing it. If you don't like it, there's sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like everything that we do gets validated because our algorithm is like linked to us. If you open all our phones and say, like your feed and my feed and your feed would be completely different, even though we're in a very like related space. So everybody like what they believe in, it just keeps on like resurfacing that constantly. So your validation is the same thing that you think there is. So that wall of like growth and learning beyond what you think is also shutting down, right? So when you think of it from that perspective, like you're really not like going out of your way to learn different things because you're constantly like shown things that you think work anyway. Like I don't see reels from like a tier 2 city dialect constantly. Like I'll always see tier 1 city reels, but a tier 2 city reel kid, as you mentioned, they'll be seeing their own thing, their own
मुझे तो
dialect.
दिखती है.
अगर आप हमारा इंस्टाग्राम खोल के देखो
एल्गोरिथम देखोगे तो किसी सबका अपना लगा होता है.
मेरे
सबका
मेरे सारे
अलग-अलग
दोस्त तो
होता
बहुत
है.
परेशान हैं, you know, the kind of reels that I forward and
Same.
they know who they are. Yeah. So
No, but
I'm guilty
Coming back
of
to
that.
localizing fashion is something that Pranav was talking about, right? कि मतलब now he feels like we've been able to like localize fashion way more.
Yeah.
And by localize I mean कि मतलब अपने ही मतलब we've been able to see our own culture and been like oh
Yeah.
we can do stuff like this and it's cool. What do you feel about that? Like
I think it is really true. I feel like because you become more prouder because there's also a wave like there's a path made for it anyway, right?
Yeah.
There are brands to look up to and be like, oh, they made it, so we can do it in this way. It's also an easier route out because you're like it's costing. I don't know what you think about it, but in luxury or anything like in luxury fashion, it's literally like your cost of making a product is say 10 rupees, but then you sell it at like 1,000.
yeah.
It makes complete sense because if your idea and you generate it, it can cost whatever, but you're buying a brand, you're buying a lifestyle, but then you're buying an idea. But when you localize it in a way that's not supposed to be, like, if your product is $10 and
Yeah.
you're paying your artisan like $2 and you're selling it for 1,000,
Yeah.
and then it's all coming back to you,
Yeah.
that it is like extremely unethical at that point,
It's called
right?
business.
I disagree
Everybody's
completely.
been doing no.
But I completely
Yeah.
disagree, which is why this entire state of like slow fashion is coming up, right?
Exactly.
I think थोड़ी सी transparency में भी कमी है. To a certain extent, you are right.
Yeah.
You know, but and to a certain extent, Kunal is also right.
Yeah.
There is no black and white on that. But I think थोड़ी सी transparency में कमी है from people who are doing it versus people who are consuming.
Yeah.
क्योंकि एक product को स्केच से लेकर के और आपकी शेल्फ तक पहुंचाने में जितनी अमाउंट ऑफ एजेंसीज इन्वॉल्व होती हैं just to take care of the brand, to take care of the product quality, delivery, customer service, and so on and so forth. Everything is a cost attached to it. Plus taxations.
I 100%
So
agree.
जब बाद में अगर आप देखोगे ना तो उसमें से थोड़ा सा प्रॉफिट बनाना भी इस बड़ी मुश्किल की बात है.
Yeah, what I mean is what you're doing is what you think is absolutely correct because you're coming from a very like transparent perspective also. You're like मुझे ये brand शुरू करने में इतना टाइम लगा, बनने में इतना टाइम लगा. So of course if I'm taking this much, it makes complete sense. Like what I'm saying is that if somebody literally picks up like a chaddar from Jaipur and they're like, they go to London and they're like, listen, this is for 10,000, I'm going to export it every single day. But get it, but you're still like not benefiting the community who directly made it, right? So that way it gets a little like tricky also because what you're doing is you're like, it's your idea, it's your product. Jitna aapne seekhne mein lagaya, it's also like a lot of your life experiences, right? Like if you start a brand and you have your entire like life experience behind it, you have an entire community that you've engaged with for the last like 10 years to drive that brand forward, it makes complete sense for your expertise. But if you don't have it,
Yeah.
and you're just picking up some random thing,
Yeah.
and
Today's
being
thing.
like, this is luxury and this is took 100 hours to make, and then you sell it under
Yeah.
false pretenses,
Then you're smart enough to do something like
Oh
that.
no, I feel like you could back in the day, yeah, but now it's
See,
done.
मैं इसको थोड़ा सा और इसको डीप डाइव करते हैं. टाइम वर्सेस विजन में भी थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस होता है. खून जलाने का कौन किस जगह पे खून जला रहा है उससे भी बहुत बड़ा डेंट क्रिएट होता है. And I, like all respect to every industry and every, I would say bolt, nut bolt that is aligned to make something from here and make it reach to a product stage. But I think कहीं ना कहीं उतने ही resources available हैं in today's day and age. मैं अभी recently देख रहा था, just to give a little bit of an example, and this is not a black and white, so this doesn't actually conclude, but something that I keep thinking about, in the content space. I was looking at this amazing guy who's a truck driver, and he's this massive following, and he was a part of, I think I saw in a reel, and I'm sorry that I don't remember his name at the moment.
Yeah, you don't have to be sorry.
But the beauty was that I was so inspired that वो अपना जॉब कर रहा है जैसे तमाम लोग यहाँ पे जॉब कर रहे हैं, बट वो भूख कि मुझे अपना काम, इतने सारे एवेन्यूज अवेलेबल हैं, मुझे इस चीज़ का एडवांटेज लेना है, जो चीज़ है इंटरनेट, मैं एंटरटेनिंग बन सकता हूँ जैसे सब बने हुए हैं. एंड किसी पता नहीं किस पॉडकास्ट में मैंने सुना था कि वो उसका हाईएस्ट पेड मंथ, उसकी जॉब उसको 25,000 दे रही है मंथ में, और हाईएस्ट पेड मंथ फ्रॉम कंटेंट ही इज गॉट इन 18 lakhs a month. And on an average he's making 9 to 10 or something like that. That's not the point, but I'm saying कि मेहनत सब कर रहे हैं, but taking advantage of the opportunities, being open to all the doors that are opening. हर आदमी की जिंदगी में 3 से 4 दरवाजे जरूर खुलते हैं. तो दो ही ऑप्शन है आपके पास, या तो आप काम करो या फिर आप कंप्लेन करो, दोनों ही कहाँ से हैं. So
now more than ever everything is very democratic, right? Now tomorrow if anybody sitting in a tier 3 city also sitting in a factory who's actually making that good, like, or that whatever the bedsheet that you spoke about, he or she can go and make that piece of content and can be like, hey, I will sell it, and if people on the media like it, then people will go and buy that from now.
And just to conclude, my thought, the higher the position that you get in life, based on your privilege or based on your efforts, the greater the responsibility. So all said and done, the more you climb up the ladder, I think आप एक truer sense में entrepreneur सभी होते हैं, leader बहुत कम होते हैं. आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि आप 10 अपने नीचे अपने बराबर वालों को आप और आगे पुश करो. So वो तो आपकी वो तो anyway given है.
That's empowerment. You have to do that.
But again, from that point, empower people who are skilled, empower people who are talented, and you should always be motivated to do that.
Correct.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. But वो ये ना कि आप कट्योर बाहर का देख के देख रहे हो कि उसका प्राइसिंग इतना है, but they're also not exploiting their labor ना.
Who's not exploiting their labor?
Like if you see a couture factory in Dior, they're not Dior, that's like a very bad example, but like if you see like any couture house abroad, they're artisans and
people
are
are working
artisans.
in fucking sweatshops in China.
Yeah, that's not like couture, no? Those are like your fast fashion brands anyway. Like you can't be like, oh, Gucci का जो आप store पे देखते हो वो couture है, वो नहीं है.
हाँ, exactly. तो Gucci fast fashion है.
Gucci is fast fashion, no?
I consider it to be a luxury.
It is luxury, but that's the point. For example, the number of people who own t-shirt brands in our generation.
Right.
Now, how many of those brands that we personally know are like we're sustainable, but we know they're made in factories?
Who says that they're sustainable?
Come
then?
on.
I don't know. Tell me more about it. I'm not in fashion. That's why I got the both of you on board.
You've heard of these brands, right?
Which is?
Like there's this one brand that I personally know of.
Yeah. Well, what is a brand when people say my brand is sustainable? What are the principles or what are the segments or check marks that you need to get done? To like
to begin with, if you're saying you're a sustainable brand, don't make your products in a sweatshop. Like I think that should be like first, right?
Yeah. Who's making their product in a sweatshop in like
a couple of people.
Yeah.
A couple of people. So
and
then you see like the biggest and then you have the biggest articles being like 10 sustainable fashion brands in India with like blah 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 blah. Listen, I don't think that's like chill, but I mean, fair enough. Like, I believe that if that's your opportunity and that's your business thing, like, go for it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that the sustainable discussion is very different because even I'm not aware to a point to be like, A, B, C, D, karke aap sustainable ban sakte ho. I think that that's something you'd know, like, much more about. I'm not.
I think कुछ हद तक तो यू नो कॉन्वर्जेशन ही बहुत ही वेस्टर्न लेंस से देखा गया है, यू नो कि जहाँ पे काला चश्मा चढ़ा है कि यू नो बेसिक नीड्स आर सॉर्टेड, सो यू ऑल्सो डू नॉट नो कि साउथ ईस्ट एशिया में जो कई सारी फैमिलीज हैं उनके मेज पर ब्रेड कैसे आएगी. इट्स लिटरली अबाउट सर्वाइवल. तो you know morality also comes into depends on you know I would say on your environment.
100%.
It is not universal. I look at it from a lens जहाँ पे मेरी first and foremost responsibility, जैसे हम बचपन में जब बड़े हो रहे थे तो पहली बात सिखाई गई थी कि पहले अपना भला करो, जैसे फ्लाइट में दिखाते हैं, फिर अपने परिवार का भला करो, फिर मोहल्ले का, फिर अपने देश का, फिर दुनिया, फिर देखो कि भैया यूनिवर्स में क्या हो रहा है. आप ही अपने पैर पे नहीं खड़े हो पाओगे तो दुनिया की बातें, फिलोसफी तो सेट असाइड.
एग्जैक्टली.
यू नो हैविंग सेड दैट, सबसे पहली चीज जो मेरे दिमाग में आती है कि जो हमारे लोग हैं, द सिटी दैट आई कम फ्रॉम, लखनऊ, यूपी, बिहार, इंडिया, बांग्लादेश, जहाँ पे लाखों परिवारों की रोजी रोटी चल रही है बिकॉज ब्रांड्स का प्रोडक्शन चल रहा है कुछ हद तक. तो एक तो पहली बात तो वो है कि कंप्लीटली अबैंडनिंग प्रोडक्शन एट दिस स्टेज, जो पहली बात तो पॉसिबल नहीं है बिकॉज यू नो ताली दोनों हाथ से बजेगी, कंज्यूमर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी बजेगी, ब्रांड पॉइंट से भी. आई थिंक ब्रांड्स की सबसे बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि टू मेक चॉइसेस विच आर सस्टेनेबल, विच आर प्लैनेट फ्रेंडली, विच आर ऑल्सो सोसाइटी फ्रेंडली, कि हम 10 लोगों के लिए जॉब क्रिएट कर पाएं. दूसरी सबसे अहम चीज आती है कि एज अ नेशन फ्रॉम अ सस्टेनेबिलिटी डायलॉग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, इंडिया या जिस कल्चर में हम बिलोंग करते हैं, पाकिस्तान, हमारे कल्चर में ही था कि हम एक पीढ़ी से दूसरी पीढ़ी, तीसरी पीढ़ी, चौथी पीढ़ी पे हम एक ही शॉल, साड़ी को हम एज अ गिफ्ट हम पास ऑन करते हैं. वो एक ही चीज़, एक प्रोडक्ट ने आप 100 साल चला दिए एंड यू आर सो हैप्पी अबाउट इट. यू नो हमने कभी बॉटल खरीद के फेंकी नहीं, अब शुरू हुआ है. तो आई थिंक माई डायलॉग हैज ऑलवेज बिन बाय मोर इंडियन, बिकॉज आई नो लाइफ ही सस्टेनेबल नहीं है. जब तक हम सांस ले रहे हैं सस्टेनेबल नहीं है, हम डैमेज ही कर रहे हैं कुछ हद तक. तो मोरालिटी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट नहीं है, इट्स ऑलवेज अ ग्रे एरिया.
It's 100% a gray area, yaar. Like there's no like I'm not discounting that at all. I feel like it's a very interesting thing that you said, because you're like आप अपना भला करो पहले, like you stand on your own feet, and as you said, production is very very important, right? Because सबका घर चल रहा है उससे. Now,
but I also want to add to what you're saying, and I agree with that. You know, because I said it's not black and white. You know, we're living in a day of short form. तो किसी भी चीज़ को conclude करने के लिए ये ऐसा subject है जिसमें बहुत सारे verticals and dimensions हैं. But you have to be responsible. As she's rightly said, कि to a certain extent, actually promoters of sweatshops वही लोग हैं जो अपनी दुकानें उनसे चला रहे हैं, जो वेस्ट में है. You know, और वो लोगों ने अपनी जिम्मेदारी अपने कंधों पे उठा रखी है जिन्होंने अभी 2 दिन हुए हैं अपनी दुकान खोले हुए. You know, brands are pressured to talk about something. I think it's a good thing because the dialogue is very very necessary. कुछ हद तक 90% green washing हो रही है, you know, which is where you say when you have to say कि मैं sustainable हूँ, मतलब कुछ गड़बड़ है. जब आप कहना पड़े मैं सच बोल रहा हूँ, मतलब कुछ गड़बड़ है. You know what I mean? तो अपने अंदर झांक के देखना चाहिए. To go, you travel within, see whether आपकी ग्रोथ जो इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट है वो कहीं दूसरों को एक्सप्लॉइट तो नहीं करेंगे.
Exactly. The brands who start on the premise of saying कि we're sustainable are the most flawed brands in my opinion. क्योंकि तुम अगर इतने ब्रांड्स हैं दुनिया में तो तुम क्यों आके और मतलब
अभी तो you're like business model now.
हाँ,
it's not business model.
I'm saying flawed. I'm calling them flawed. Yeah. I said business model. I'm saying wherever exploitation is happening, somebody is benefiting from it. And if someone is smart enough to do that, I feel like it's just business. It's not just happening in fashion. It's happening
everywhere.
In the entire world.
I agree.
I think the only thing that is sustainable is authenticity.
Yeah, I agree.
So अगर अब butcher shop जो चला रहा है, जो butcher है, आप उसको veganism का ज्ञान नहीं पेल सकते. You know, because that's and that guy is also correct in his own manner and sense, right? दोनों authentic हैं, दोनों अपनी belief में firmly, you know, उनकी beliefs firm है.
Can you imagine him go with like tofu to like Put your
You know,
top.
गीता में जैसे लिखा है कर्मा ओवर धर्मा.
Yeah.
So philosophy aside, सबसे पहले your work is, you know, जहाँ पे आप काम कर रहे हो,
Yeah.
वो authentic होना चाहिए. You have to be an authentic person. Only then you can sustain and things can sustain around you.
Correct.
No, I agree with that because every brand that's like owner led or owner driven, like if you could feel like, I don't know if you guys say this, maybe it's just like me in my head. When you guys are on a brand page or any page, do you guys feel like the vibe of the page? You're just like, this doesn't make sense. Like they have the nice, like you know, उन्होंने बहुत बड़ी agency ली है,
हाँ
सुंदर काम है, but like
yeah.
you just like, this feels off. Like this just doesn't feel like legit, and I feel like that comes out. So because you're authentic and you're authentic, things you do,
It reflects.
it 100% reflects. I
Yeah.
don't think there's a single time like when I've seen something that you've done and
Yeah.
been like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
this doesn't feel like.
Do you guys
Kunal.
find fashion to be an obnoxious industry in general? Like, do you find the people?
No man, I
No?
quite really like it, to be very honest.
Is it true? कि मतलब if you see mainstream media, जैसे तुमने कभी movie देखी होगी Page 3 types or
Yeah. Devil Wears Prada. हाँ.
It's always like people in fashion is shown to be like very obnoxious, like very like stick up their ass. Right?
Dude, I think depends on like who you're, like how
Interacting
you
with.
are and how you like kind of beat with yourself. Because I feel like if you kind of are sure of yourself and you're like, this is me, this is who I am, this is how I can add value to your work in life,
Yeah.
they will always be nice to you. And if very one off they're not, you just kind of dip out.
What have you felt? Have you felt, because you have been there since the inception of, say, Fashion Week in India?
Not at all.
No,
When did
it's,
Fashion Week in India start?
Close to more than 30 years ago.
Oh no way! So it's been there.
like a very
legit.
long time
Okay.
actually. I
Okay.
think जब आपने शुरू किया था then like 2012.
Yes.
2012, right? So you got your Fashion Week the first year you guys launched.
Yeah, part of it.
You know what
Wow.
insane that is? That's
Yeah.
literally like how do you guys get Fashion Week in the first year you guys launched? Yeah, like
अप्लाई किया था.
Talent.
No. You know, एक मेन शो एरिया होता है, वो नहीं मिला था हमें. We were rejected. But we got a side show area, and that was, you know, they were starting at that point. So we were lucky that we got that. And then, you know, people liked our work, and then eventually probably we came to the main show area. And वो भी हमने इसलिए लिया था because we were also thinking कि यार ये हमारी पोजीशन ना खराब करते. पोजीशन कुछ थी नहीं, but बच्चों के दिमाग में होता है ना कि हम, you know, हम बहुत larger than life हैं, हम बहुत बड़े हैं. So that day we were talking, and I was like, we were deciding whether to take that sideshow area or not. And I said to my partner at that time, I was like, art is bigger than the artist, and the artist is bigger than the stage. So फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि आपका स्टेज क्या है, अगर आपकी आर्ट में थोड़ी भी ताकत है, थोड़ी भी वॉइस है, तो वो अपना स्टेज खुद ना खुद ढूंढ लेगी एक दिन.
Correct. So, but fashion also back in 2012 wouldn't be like today, right? Like today, do you feel the landscape is too cluttered right now? कि हर दूसरा बंदा बस ब्रांड खोल के बैठा हुआ है, जो
नहीं तो 90% बंद हो जाते हैं. तो you know, there have been in the last 12 years we've seen, I mean, brands आते हैं, brands बंद हो जाते हैं. Not just brands, businesses, that's the nature of the industry. 2 साल 5 साल वो तो होना ही है.
Correct.
But उसमें से that's the part of the process. मतलब that's a democratic system. Everybody has the right to start, and rightly so. And then life tests you.
Correct.
So you have to pass in those tests. There are so many tests ahead of us. So time will tell.
Has fashion been a happy journey for you all this while?
Yeah, I've been very lucky and very fortunate. Got to meet so many interesting people. I was an outsider once, right, when I started. My grandfather was a farmer. My father was a government servant. We're living in Lucknow. First time I went out of Lucknow actually was Bangalore probably. So, I mean, everything that has come into my life, I see that as a blessing, as an opportunity.
100%.
You know, so अब जिस इंडस्ट्री में हम बाहर से दरवाजा खटखटा रहे थे, अब उसके बीच में हैं. You know, and we get so much of love
Correct.
We made so many friends, so there's nothing to not like about that journey. Like, I would not want to go back and change anything in that process.
So people have not been obnoxious to you. So people have never been mean to you, rude to you initially when you tried to enter. Or you?
I mean, that's a part of the process. कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ तो होता ही है, and that's also beauty ना. मतलब yin and yang is just important, equally important.
Correct.
Because अगर सारी चीजें तालियां बजने लगेंगी तो आपका दिमाग ही हवा में चढ़ जाएगा, तो आप जमीन पे पैर ही नहीं रख पाओगे. And I think that's very very important कि लोग आपको समय समय पर जमीन पर लाते रहें. You know, like I write poetry and I put my work out there, and now all of a sudden in the last 2-3 months, because I've been very dedicatedly putting one video every day, somebody told me, and it's worked, and I keep learning all of these things. So I'm also a content creator now, more than a poet. But you know, like उसमें 10 तरह के comments आते हैं. कुछ लोग अच्छा कहते हैं, कुछ लोग बुरा कहते हैं. But I enjoy both, because as long as you're, you know, paying attention. The biggest, you know, benefit or the biggest earning is to get someone's time
100%.
and attention. तो वो अगर मिल रहा है तो मतलब आपको इग्नोर नहीं करा जा रहा है. You know, your voice matters. Even if everyone's against that voice. But वो everyone को against होने के लिए भी पहले वो आपको सुनना है उन्होंने, तब जाके against हैं.
Correct.
I mean, so you matter. तो आई थिंक लार्जली क्यों आदमी बिजनेस क्यों शुरू करता है, मेरे नजर में बिजनेस क्यों शुरू करता है, काम क्यों शुरू करता है, क्रिएटिव डायरेक्टर क्यों बनता है, एट द कंप्लीट यू नो फाउंडेशन ऑफ इट ऑल, जो सबसे बड़ी भूख मुझे लगता है होती है, इज दैट यू वांट टू बी somebody who matters.
Correct.
You know, और कोई रीजन नहीं है. उसके बाय प्रोडक्ट्स और उसके फिल्टर्ड इफेक्ट्स कई सारे हो सकते हैं कि किसी चीज को इवैल्यूएट, कोई इस चीज को इवैल्यूएट करता है बाय द अमाउंट ऑफ मनी दैट्स देयर इन द बैंक, कोई इस चीज को इवैल्यूएट करता है बाय द अमाउंट ऑफ वोट्स दैट दे गेट फॉर अ चेयर, कोई इस चीज को इवैल्यूएट करता है बाय द अमाउंट ऑफ पीपल दैट शो अप फॉर द मूवी, यू नो, और कोई इस चीज को इवैल्यूएट करता है बाय द अमाउंट ऑफ क्लोथ्स दैट दे आर एबल टू सेल. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे यू मैटर, एंड दैट्स व्हाई थिंग्स हैपन फॉर यू.
Agreed. And how has fashion as a journey been for you?
I really, really like it. I feel like I really agree with like whatever Pranav said as well, because it's, you get a lot of shit. Like the kind of work that we've had to do like initially has been a lot, but I feel like you learn from it, to be super honest. I know, I mean, it's, and also I feel like thoda sa privilege really helped out. Just like you left home very like right after college. I've always been in Delhi, so it's always been like home ground, right? So even if say thoda sa uncomfortable laga, I just go meet my friends from school. I just go hang out with people who in a way like validate things that I get validated by.
Right.
So it was really never like a troublesome experience. Like maybe like if I went to New York, my exposure would be 100 times more. It's like being a big fish in a small pond, because I've always been in this pond. So maybe, like I think about it very often actually, like what if I just was thrown in New York and I felt really lost and I felt really like shitty and not validated. Would I even pursue fashion like after? So yeah, like you never know. This was a very comfortable space that I made for myself here. And of course, like think about it, dude, like I've had friends like you for the longest time, and it's been the most comforting thing in the world. It's never been uncomfortable ever. Like tell me one thing that I've sent you or done and you've not been like
of course you need your close people around you to, like,
so I think because I've had that, and also like the noise of like the negative comments here and there never really bothered me, to be honest. So
fair enough.
But how's it been with you?
It's been great with me.
Your music industry.
No, I feel like everything till now has been like a very good journey again. Nobody has, because I feel like we also come from, I can say that because I come from like privilege where I've been okay to do, and my family's been supportive of what I've been doing in my life. So it's been a great journey for me. I have nothing to complain about.
You never felt like you had to like overdo, like there's this thing we call like the cringe meter. So you have to like write the passage of cringe.
Cringe meter?
Yeah, so like you always like start and then you feel cringe, then you like reach the top where you're the cringiest, and then everything just bliss after. But to like, you know, to really get into content, which I can't do, to be super honest. Like, you have to like write the cringe meter because people will talk shit and 90% people like would just be like, मेरे से नहीं हो रहा, ये देखो मत, अपना करो. So do you feel like you had like a really irritating, cringy face to like?
I feel like maybe I feel like it just can't be content. I feel like I've done MUN in debates in school where I would have felt like, oh fuck, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, and like it was more performance art, and like I would categorize content to be a performance art as well.
Dude, it can be anything. Like you can feel cringy at every point of your life. You just feel like
I feel like I'm doing a good job. I don't feel too cringe about myself.
Like you never felt like you put something in and you're like, yuck.
I still do. I can't watch my podcast. I've never seen a single episode till date.
I feel that you've never seen a shoot that I've done again. I'm just like, ho gaya.
Yeah.
I'm like, band karo.
Yeah. my team knows it. They know I don't fucking watch. They'll be like, hey, I'll watch my reel because like it's coming on my Instagram.
Yeah.
But like if they tell me to sit through a 90-minute episode, I can't do that.
Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
Yeah. So
Same.
that cringe meter is always on my head then.
Yeah, I feel like Pranav so interesting because he'd just be like, you know, cringe is a part of like you just be so cool about it. You'd be like, cringe is a part of life.
Yeah.
And good things and bad things come hand in hand.
I was while she was saying, I think that I love the term that she's used, cringe meter. I've learned something new. It's so easily you can, you know, summarize that feeling.
Yeah.
I think we all gone through that.
Correct.
You know.
So you had that.
I mean, I think we all go through it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, आप grow ही नहीं करोगे.
Dude, I had
And that can be from any form of expression, right? It can be.
It can be anything.
Yeah, your T-shirt that you're making.
You know,
can
like
be
just while when I went to college to learn fashion, मुझे fashion का ABCD भी नहीं आता था, but I was just so curious. तो मुझे याद है, in fact, you know, मैं शर्ट के ऊपर बनियान पहन लेता था. और फ्रेशर्स पार्टी में मैंने कुछ ऐसा पहन लिया था कि मेरा जो रूममेट था उस टाइम पे, उसने दूसरे दिन उसको जला दिया था. And I still thank him. He's like, you can't do this to yourself.
Yeah.
And then 4 years later, I was lucky to be in like best dress lists of all these magazines.
Yeah.
तो वो
That's
growth,
a big fuck you, yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
So वो growth वो आदमी की तभी आती है when you are ready to be laughed at.
Exactly.
10 बार लोग you know गिरेंगे and फिर वो आप खड़े होने की क्षमता होनी चाहिए, and then खड़े होते हो फिर लगता है. Then eventually I started wearing kurtas because I was like ठीक है, अब now I go back to my roots. I दुनिया देखी, मैंने चीज़ों को समझा. I was like, oh, I love it. I love fashion. I really love it, but I think I enjoy more making, you know, making people happy with what I create. And then now I'm comfortable in my skin. तो अभी मैं.
So there's a certain duality between Misra and human, right? कि मतलब when you and the one side where you're a poet and you make like garments like these, which is like very easy and like poetic and like true to your nature, and then there is your brash side of art expression, which is human. So where do these two sides come from? Like ये वाली तो आपको दिखती है ना कि अगर आप मेरे को कल बोलो कहीं पे if I didn't know you and you said I make kurtas, I'd be like yes you do. But if you show me a human t-shirt and be like I make this, I'd be surprised after having one interaction with you.
I mean that's see दोनों ही कहीं ना कहीं अंदर से ही आते हैं. I think the difference is that has a lot of opinion. You know. That has a lot of trade.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pace to it.
Yeah.
There is a sense of you know, yeah, it has speed to it. So वो dynamic है.
Yeah.
So dynamic चीज़ तो आपको motion में दिखेगी. You know, because वो dynamic है. वो kinetic energy है. And this is more of a static energy. यहाँ पे sales नहीं है, यहाँ पे marketing नहीं है, यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है.
Yeah.
You know, यहाँ पे बस घर है. So घर पे तो आदमी बस ऐसे ही रहता है ना, मतलब.
That's not true. Yeah, you posted one reel every day. Like.
Yeah,
I
mean.
You know, but that it takes a lot. Like when you. Like, do you feel like even the person that you present yourself a human is who you are? Like when you're just alone, like by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like the posting also comes, you know, from the fact that I really love people. Like I love society, I love community, and I don't want to be just another person in the room. I'm not okay with that. I'm okay with winning, losing both.
Yeah.
But you need to know I've lost. You know, I need to make sure of that because that just solidifies my existence. Otherwise, मुझे existential crisis हो जाएगा कि मैं हूँ क्यों इस दुनिया में.
That's a fantastic way of looking.
You know what I mean? तो वो जो रोजमर्रा में मैं डाल भी रहा हूँ, you know, I don't look at views as numbers.
Yeah.
What we fail to realize is each view is also a person. So screen के दूसरी तरफ you're actually going into someone's brain with the same words that you've written. मुझे you know 4-5 मिलियन लोग इकट्ठा करने के लिए एक रूम में वो 15 सेकंड की वो एक छोटी सी लाइन सुनाने के लिए सालों लग जाएंगे.
Yeah, that is true.
So that कोई कह रहा है, इंटरनेट कह रहा है कि भाई ये आसान है इतने लोगों तक पहुंचना, तो वो बिक नहीं रहा है काम. वहां पे बस वो भाई आप सुनो, कोई ट्रेड नहीं है, फ्री में.
Yeah.
नहीं पसंद आ रहा है तो एक और ऑप्शन है, गाली भी दे दो.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
वहाँ कमेंट्स ऑफ नहीं है, गाली दो, मुझे तो ठीक है, आई एम ओके विद इट. यू नो, तो मुझे तो मजा आ रहा है कि आपने सुना है, क्योंकि वो मेरी सबसे बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट भूख है कि हैव यू हर्ड इट और नॉट.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm still alive, I'm not dead, so you need to hear me. I have an opinion, you need to hear me. Whether you are aligned or not, वहाँ पे वो कुछ नहीं है, इसीलिए पेस स्लो है.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you hate me all you want, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I think that's where like the bit that you're talking about comes from is where, and I may be very wrong, but like that need and that like want to be like, you know, like say you hate it or love it. And that's where like the vibrancy of the brand really comes from, right? Like it makes complete sense like when you talk to him for even like a bit about it.
Correct.
It really makes sense. Like talking to you for 20 minutes makes sense like why human's human. And I think that's the coolest part because as you like very rightly said that you can't like fake authenticity, right? This is you. You're like, हाँ मैंने काम किया है देखो. And
और
you can't ignore anything that you make it human. I feel like that's where it also like comes from, right?
Or human में भी, you know what, the topic that you are touching upon, like there's not one product that we've made in the last 12 years which doesn't have a story. I
Right.
always say that.
Yeah.
So लोग movies बनाते हैं, लोग किताब लिखते हैं.
It's a form of storytelling.
Yes, exactly.
And I completely understand.
So इसलिए
that.
वो मेरा प्रोडक्ट ऑथेंटिक
Yeah.
है, बिकॉज वो आप टी शर्ट या शर्ट या स्वेटशर्ट नहीं खरीद रहे हो. यू हैव अ स्टोरी, लिटरली every product
Yeah.
will demonstrate a story.
Yeah.
Now it depends on your appetite to be able to give time and hear that.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, जब मैंने बुकाउस्की बनाना शुरू किया था, कितने सारे लोगों ने I've met कि उन्होंने वो टी शर्ट खरीदी और उस टाइम पे उनको लगा था कि कोई आर्टिस्ट है या कुछ है. maybe they would not have dived into Bukowski's work. Maybe they, maybe Hindi speaking, whatever that might
You
be.
educated that audience.
No, and then मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ा अचीवमेंट ये नहीं है कि टी शर्ट खरीदी या शर्ट खरीदा. मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ा अचीवमेंट ये है कि जिस पोएट ने मेरी लाइफ बदल दी या स्टार्ट करा, वो किसी और की भी लाइफ बदल सकता है. नाउ दे आर रीडिंग हिम.
Yeah.
You know, I have that shirt by the way.
What?
I have to
yeah.
say, it's like a black and white shirt
Yeah.
with like the face like.
Yeah. I know the
Screaming.
t-shirt that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if someone's interested in his work, and he's hugely impacted me, Raina Maria Rilke, we've had those editions. Francis Bacon,
Yeah.
we've done those editions. So मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ा achievement है कि एक भी कॉलेज जाने वाले लड़के को मैंने कहा प्रोडक्ट नहीं भी खरीदा है. Even if it's just an aspirational product and you're in college and you're not buying it.
But you know of it.
वो आपने वो पोएट में इन्वेस्ट करा है. You might Google, और अगर आपको पता है तो उस दिन रिमाइंडर आपको मिल गया. So you go and buy a book and आपने पोएम पढ़ी and maybe your life changes.
Okay, मेरे को one more thing that I want to understand is you have a beautiful way of looking at fashion as a form of your art, but like fashion as an industry in general. Also, if you know what happens at the Met, like it's looked globally, like it's looked at, the industry is looked at as it's a very classist form of approach. And so it just says that fashion is not very democratic when it comes to like a certain segment of fashion. So there are people who either are the trendsetters, people like you, or people who don't understand what fashion, or who are told that you don't understand fashion. Like,
I mean,
Do you get the point? What I was trying to say?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I think elaborated a little bit more.
Okay. There are either people who apparently really understand fashion कि मेरे को समझ आएगा कि मैं ह्यूमन की ये टी शर्ट क्यों पहन रहा हूँ, या सिर्फ वो लोग हैं जो ये बेसिक्स पहनते हैं फ्रॉम लाइक fast fashion brands. So do you think you're just serving to a certain class of the market? Because you're priced in a certain manner.
I don't think so, because I feel like even if you have all the money in the world, you can't buy taste, right? Like, by the end of it. जहाँ तक मुझे समझ आता है, because for example, like, even if it's his brand and somebody doesn't understand it, they're not going to get it by the end
But
of
fashion as an industry in general, it's made to seem like so inaffordable, even though the product is
But that's very...
it's made at a certain cost and sold at a certain cost.
Yeah.
So it's not democratic at the end of the day, right? Purchase of fashion.
Purchase of fashion,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it's not supposed to be, because you also understand that this entire hype culture that's honestly bursting right now comes only from exclusivity.
Yeah.
There's a reason if say a shoe drop, there were like 100 pieces of it. Because you wanted to feel a certain way if you have one of those hundreds, right?
Correct.
It's the same thing as you having a house here versus a house in some other place, because you wanted to feel a certain way with that particular situation. It's
So
just
it's
as
more about
simple as that.
signaling than expression.
I think it can go either way. Like, I feel like more often than not, like, if I want to express,
Yeah.
I don't really have to care about what brand and stuff I'm wearing at this point, blah, blah, blah. Like, when I'm around people, I feel safer. But say if I'm going to a place where I know I need to have my guards up, which is why people have brands and stuff anyway, right?
Yeah. Is
Like, when you need to feel safe in like a certain environment. Like, for example, if, like, I think that's what something Modern and Sanskriti had in common. Like, if I'm going for a reunion, bro, I'll like wear some type of shoe and be like, hey, welcome me with ease. Like,
Exactly,
the kids
it's a
in
signal.
Yeah, like the kids in Donna and Boca.
Yeah.
Tell me one kid who isn't wearing designer there. Just because they don't want to be stopped outside, like
So people
the
are
entrance.
making fashion for like this segment of society, right? कि मतलब it's not accessible.
you know, answer this.
No, first of all, fashion is accessible.
Correct.
Fashion is accessible because
brands
वो
are
जो
not.
ठेले पर जो
Yeah.
कपड़ा भी मिल रहा है वो भी fashion ही है.
Correct.
It's in part of the industry.
Yeah.
But
बोलना था.
just I want to add to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Not just fashion.
Yeah.
And we've been one of the propagators of that. The something that I'm not completely aligned with is that fashion, art, cinema, literature, anything which is sophisticated from a cultural point of view always shuts doors on masses, and I'm not okay with that.
Gatekeeping. Yeah.
So, and you would see that, like, for example, you would go to an art exhibition. They would not speak the language that would be easily understood.
Yeah.
Every community will have an insider language code. Like coding वालों से मिलना तो that's the part of just community building कि कुछ ऐसा बना देंगे, create कर देंगे कि वो बाकियों को समझ में नहीं आए. फैशन के साथ ही प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, वो हर कल्चर के छोटे छोटे बाय सेगमेंट के साथ प्रॉब्लम है. इट बिलीव्स कि उनका स्टेटस ऊपर तब जाएगा जब 90% लोगों को समझ में कम आएगा. एंड आई एम नॉट ओके विद दैट बिकॉज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, and I'm not talking about the price bit and things like that, because that's a way of doing things. There are so many agencies involved, whatever that might have gone through. But just from a psychological sense, think about it from a fashion, art, cinema, literature, सबके फाउंडेशन में यही है कि हम ह्यूमन बींग्स में वैल्यू ऐड कर सकें. सो अगर मैंने कुछ बनाया है, it's okay that the guy might not have the money in the pocket to not buy it. But it's not okay that I should be okay कि उसको समझ में नहीं आया कि मैंने क्या बनाया है. Because that means कि मैंने उसको हीन भावना से देखा है कि ये तो बेवकूफ है, इसको समझ में नहीं आएगा. And I'm not okay. I think the Pepsi collab also largely was an effort कि I want the brand to be visible in a pawn shop or in a grocery store in the can, because that is how inclusive I feel that I want to make the brand. that you can touch and feel the brand.
Yeah.
It's okay that you're not buying that t-shirt right now, or you don't have resources to buy like a product for a certain price. But I don't see society being segregated based on their finances, because that I've not made any contribution to society in that manner. I've failed as I would say, मेरा फिर योगदान ही क्या है, like मेरे होने का मतलब क्या है, when I'm saying my brand is human.
Yeah.
So उस पे तो we very vocal.
Correct.
That include people.
Yeah.
People are always, it's easy to be polar.
Yeah.
It's easy to comment back on something that you've not understood. It's easy to, go against the criticism that you get.
Yeah.
But it's harder for you to convert somebody who hates something that you are part of, for them to understand the logic behind it.
Yeah.
कई बार ऐसा होता है, I'm sitting here with people and they're like, in fashion shows or certain, rooms of fashion, clothes are represented which are not practical, or, what was the reason for doing all of that?
Yeah.
Then you need to break it down that,
Yeah.
at some places you're seeing the vision. You're okay with art being on the wall, investing so much of money and time and effort where someone splattered paint on a canvas, and that's because it's okay, it fits in the criteria of art.
Right.
But it's not okay for a certain other sense of expression. Could be a video, it could be a clothing, it could be anything. Why is that not considered from the same dimension?
It
So you need to break it
definitely
down, and
is,
people
yeah.
always understand that. You
Yeah.
just need to convert.
Correct.
It's harder for you to convert somebody, and it's easier to shut the door. So people shut the door.
Fair enough. And I feel like this would really change how people look at human as a brand as well. At least me, like, to deeper understand where his expression is really coming from,
Yeah.
changes the way that I look at a brand. Even because I feel like because of that, the founder story is so important.
Yeah.
And it needs to be out there. There's a certain, and now I don't look at, say, human t-shirt with X design at X price. It's more about where is that art form and expression coming from?
No, I agree with that, but I also feel like in terms of like the founder story, to like diverge from the topic a little bit, you have a vision and you have intent, and I feel like the lens that we're looking at it from is कि हाँ सबका intent तो ठीक ही होगा, अगर गलत है तो वो बंद कर देंगे. But I also really feel like remember when we were talking about the number of brands in the market right now, and you were like,
Yeah.
it's very democratic, great, like it should be. Like, for example, what we offer to a lot of people is brand strategy. And ideally, this happens when your founder is busy with 10,000 other things, and you don't know how to take your brand to like this way, but you know it is. But the vision is still the brand owners. 90% people who we work with or come to us for anything, they don't have a vision. So that brand can't be saved either, right? Because they're like, you know what, like, you're like, मैंने t-shirt बनाया है, ऐसा इसकी story है, you can't buy it, but you understand it. The other flip side of fashion, which I feel like you were mentioning and it made me wrong, is that there are like 100 people,
Yeah.
or a lot of people in fact, they're like, हमारी t-shirt इतनी की क्योंकि इतनी की है. Like, देख लो अपने आप. And then there's no drive and there's no vision and there's no intent behind it. And I feel like because you have such an honest approach to like the brand, in a way that you are very like everything's done with a certain intent and honesty. Not every brand has the same level of like,
Some founders are hollow, is what you mean, right? Like,
Yeah,
some brands are very
100%.
hollow, and like storytelling is very important.
I'm
and that's
also
why
very
brand-
hollow.
नहीं यार,
I want to be included in the hollow group.
आज अपनी आपने लत दिखा दी है, वो मैं मान गया हूँ. What a guy.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so but like what I see when a lot of brands start is like कि कुछ होना चाहिए, मतलब
Yeah, I agree.
ब्रांड के साथ और ब्रांड के अंदर with storytelling,
Yeah.
and you're able to express that.
yeah.
With your brand, it doesn't have to be you attached to it. It needs to be the brand talking.
Yeah, but I just want to add to that, to all the younger, insiders of the industry.
Yeah.
वो अभी 20, 25, 18, 20, 25 साल के हैं. I'm turning 40.
Yeah.
So हर टाइम पे एज के साथ, टाइम के साथ, एवोल्यूशन, चीजें की ग्रोथ होती है. I've been very arrogant
Yeah.
When I was young.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of people making those mistakes, but I think those mistakes are a part of your growth and evolution. तो जरूरी है, कुछ लोग वहीं पे रुक जाते हैं, वो एरोगेंस के ऊपर नहीं आ पाते हैं, बट आपको ग्रोथ हो ही नहीं सकती जब तक आप एरोगेंस को आप निकाल करके, when we are taking interviews for people that we hire,
Ego
and they always laugh,
Yeah.
because one question is always stationary, which is how much ego do you have? And every time the candidate would laugh that, why is this question even there on the table? And that is when you really realize, क्योंकि जब हमारे वहाँ एक टाइम भी था जब हमारे वहाँ such incidents have happened when Shama and I used to play together in the studio. कई बार interns आए हैं. Am I digressing from the topic?
No, not at all.
This is funny. So I hope, I don't get cancelled for this.
Yeah.
But then, when interns would come and they would ask me, if in case somebody would ask me कि अभी मुझे काम दो, मुझे क्या करना है. So जो भी सामने होता था, I was like, ये शीशा साफ कर दो, ये टेबल साफ कर दो. And Shama would also be like कि प्रणव, design student है, ये क्या कर रहे हो आप? And immediately this thing would be to think कि जो मेरे वहाँ शीशा साफ कर रहा है, he is also my partner.
Yeah.
अगर वो he doesn't show up,
Yeah.
तो ये काम नहीं होगा. So within that company, everything is equally important for me. Otherwise, it will collapse. अगर आपको मुझसे पूछना पड़ रहा है कि काम क्या करूं, that means you just don't have understanding कि a startup में everything is calm. You just get started. So we never tell whoever we hire कि आपको करना क्या है. They just understand. They just start playing and then they get skilled and then I check and then वो साथ के साथ होता है. वो तभी पॉसिबल है जब आपके अंदर ईगो नहीं है. आप किसी कोई डिजाइनर को हायर किया, कई बार डिजाइनर को हायर किया, वो ब्रांड संभाल रहा है. अब अगर ईगो लेकर के बैठ जाए, मैं आर्टिस्ट हूँ, मैं ब्रांड का काम नहीं करूंगा, या मैं I've been on that side, creative director, I'm not going to touch the business side and things like that, is because I was lazy to not understand things which were challenging.
Yeah.
Right? When I dived into it, I was like, oh, I have an analytical background. Maths हमने भी पढ़ी थी.
Problem solving.
तो हमें भी मजा आने लगा. I'm like, oh, you start looking each and everything as a problem.
Yeah.
And then you try to solve it.
Yeah.
So वो फिर तभी सीखते हो आप.
Correct.
Arrogance में बैठे रहोगे तो मैं बैठा रह जाता.
ठीक बात है. तो creative director करते क्या है सान्या? Because my copywriter Raja, he writes a lot for this podcast and
he writes for the Generation of Disruption.
Yes,
also.
he's a beautiful, very talented guy. और उसी चक्कर में क्योंकि Generation of Disruption पे नीचे लिखा है creative director, मेरा नाम और राजा का भी नाम गया हुआ है credits में. तो राजा ने लिखा है कि aren't creative directors just there to take credit for other people's work? And like it felt like it's coming from a very personal place. So what do creative directors do?
I think how I see it is that you have the driving vision of the entire project, and it's your job to make sure that the vision comes out in the best way possible. But it's also to understand that, for example, if we three are in a project together, a project can't ever be 100% me. If you involve yourself or you involve yourself, 20, 30, 50% of your entire energy to the project will come there as well. So it changes the entire thing aesthetically, emotionally, the innovation that you're going with as well.
Yeah.
So as a director, it's your job to just kind of ensure that the vision that you wanted it for a particular project comes through.
Fair enough.
That's literally
what a creative director
what
does.
we do.
Okay,
yeah.
Fantastic. One hot take before we actually wrap this up. What did you guys feel about the Tarun Talyani collection for the Olympics? Good, bad, nice, not nice. Not too much work put. You can say it.
I was very I think the word is that I think I'm going to learn a bit from this podcast.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about it after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't a collection I thought about after, to be very honest.
Okay.
It just left my mind.
Good answer. Have you seen it?
Which one?
The what Tarun Talyani made for the Indian Olympic team that just went to Paris.
I have.
What did you feel about it?
Yeah, first of all, I'm very small to make a comment on Tarun Talyani's work.
Yeah.
I've grown up idolizing these people. Tarun Talyani, Rohit Bal, Namrata Joshipura, Varun Bahl, Varun, Namrata and all of these guys are friends. But then, these have been your Indian heroes to look up to. So very small to actually make a critical comment, and also I'm not a fashion critic.
Yeah.
So सबसे जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ मैंने लाइफ में सीखी है वो तब तक अपना ओपिनियन नहीं देना है जब तक आपको उसके पैसे नहीं मिल रहे हो, बिकॉज देर आर हाई चांसेस दैट यू लूज अ फ्रेंड एट दैट पॉइंट. सो बिजनेस में हुए लाइक यू नो लाइक व्हाई वुड यू मेक अ ट्रेड which is not just. But at this point, yeah, I would say I've worked with corporates.
Right.
I've worked with corporates at multiple occasions. It comes with its own set of challenges.
Fair enough.
And then creative directors have their own visions, and then sometimes they come up with a product which might not align with a general sense.
Yeah.
Both could be right in their own place. So I saw a lot of people talking about it and things like that. They might be right from their point of view, and I think the creator was right in his or her point of view. I've just been on observing. It's so much to learn.
Right.
ऐसी
At times it lands. At times
हमने कई बार चीजें करी हैं
He didn't give an opinion though. No.
या हमने कई बार चीजें करी हैं जो हमारे उस टाइम पे जितना भी बड़ा सर्कल हो उसको नहीं समझ में आई हूँ. इस थिंक अबाउट इट, मतलब ऐसी स्टेज पे काम हो रहा है, ऐसे लोग इन्वॉल्व हैं कि इतना बड़ा लोग उस पे कमेंट कर रहे हैं. तो I was just trying to think of me in those shoes, that for somebody to be at the receiving end of all of that, whatever, leave the creativity outside, that I'm not going to comment because he's way too senior for me to comment on. But with the dignity I learned, with the dignity that you handle backlash or pushback on a medium that you're not comfortable with, that's not your primary medium, like social media has come much later. तो I'm like, वो मैं सीख रहा हूँ, बिकॉज आई एम ऑल्सो एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. मैं भी कई सारी चीजें अप डाउन करता रहूंगा. तो कैसे हैंडल करना है, आई एम लाइक ओके, दैट्स समथिंग न्यू टू लर्न.
Okay, nice one, guys. Now you can say like, share, subscribe. It was a fucking pleasure. You guys had a great time. So much to learn from about fashion, what a creative director actually does. We'll make a reel and put it out.
Yeah, like,
People ask
what
what creative directors do.
Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Listen.
But okay, now like, share, subscribe, guys.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
In that poetic, exactly.
Yeah, like use
अब तो
this
करना ही
one.
पड़ेगा.
Like, share, subscribe कर दो, please.
Okay.